Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks so much for stopping by today. Today I'm making a few tags, or they could also be money holders. What I like to do is I like to take these and put money in them and hang them on the Christmas tree. And so, but they could be used as gift tags on presents as well. Lots of options, and I'm going to show you what I'm using for the projects. I'm using some visible image stamps called Inked Holly is the first one. It's a really pretty holly stamp. And then the next one I'm going to use is called Creative Chaos. It's not a Christmas stamp, but I'm going to use the flower. It's one of my favorite stamps from Visible Image. And I'm also going to use the set that's called Christmas Chaos and then Sentimental Christmas. But like I was saying, you could use really anything from your stash. That's the beauty of projects like these. You can use any stamps, any little bits and pieces from your stash, which is basically what I did. I took the stamps that I had for Visible Image, and then I just added a bunch of stuff that I had, some different tags that I had, and different papers and things like that. And I've gone ahead and I've colored all the images just to save a little bit of time. So I'm just going to basically show the assembly. And I'm using I don't know if this is called a glassine envelope. I tend to call them vellum envelopes. I really love the way that things look underneath them. And so I went ahead and I stamped up the sentiment from the Sentimental Christmas and stamped that up in white ink and then white heat embossed that. Then I just took a piece of music paper from my stash and ripped it and then adhered all of those pieces together. And then my favorite little flower from Visible Image, I colored that up using my brush markers, I believe. And then I'm going to add a little bit of some little embellishments in the pocket. So I'm just taking my little Nuvo spoon. I'm going to drop some embellishments in the pocket. So I'm going to use this sparklets, I believe, and then I'm going to grab another little pack of embellishments from my stash and add a little bit of those, which are some snowflakes. And then I hole punched to the top so that I could add the twine to the top and either use it on a gift or hang it in the tree. And so that's the first one. Really easy and just fun. Just fun. I just love getting out these little things like the little pockets and envelopes that I have that I don't tend to use a whole lot, and mixing and matching those with the stamps that I have is just super fun. So I absolutely adore this stamp. This is the stamp that is called Inked Holly, and it is also it's a bigger stamp than what I have, but I have just went ahead and cut out the holly portion. And I've colored two of those, and I'm putting some foam in between those layers just to pop that up. And then the little envelope I had was from my stash. And then the ticket that is in that envelope, I've just ripped that and I've stamped that up using the Christmas Chaos set. And then I've added a piece of twine to the top of that along with a charm that says holiday. And I adhered the holly to the little pocket using some tape adhesive. And then I have these enamel numbers in my stash, and so I just added the number 25. And then I'm going to get some white ink by Kuretake and just put a little bit down on my craft mat and then use my water bottle to spritz that. And of course I'm going to add a bunch of white splatter. I just think it just makes the whole project just look better. And so to assemble this, I'm just going to insert that tag into the pocket, and then I have a sentiment strip that I just made out of a full sheet of a sentiment, just placed it on the end. I'm going to go ahead and trim that up and add that in the pocket as well, and that will finish this little pocket or money holder or gift tag. I also added a little bit of twinkles to those holly barrels. No, not barrels, Jen. Berries. And that's it for that tag. For this next one, I took another tag from my stash. I stamped it up in the tree originally because I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. But I had already created these 3 trees and inked them up in some green, and I'm going to add some foam strips in between each of those. So it's 3 trees, so those are layered on top of each other, and then I'm just going to adhere that on top of that tag. And I'm going to add a little bit of splatter to this since I already had that ink on my mat from the previous tag. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that up. And then I had these wood pieces in my stash, a bigger tree and then the skinny little tree, and I've adhered those together and then used my double-sided adhesive to adhere that to another one of these glassine bags. And the tag's just going to fit nicely in there. And then I'm going to create kind of like a little band for the outside. So the sentiment is from the Sentimental Christmas stamp set. So I'm just going to go ahead and score where I need to fold that, and then I will fold it over on itself and then add a little bit of adhesive. And then I'll go ahead and wrap that around the bag. And I left enough room so that it could slide up and down and be completely removed from the tag. And that's going to finish off all of my projects for today. After I show these still shots, I will show the assembly just kind of in a fast forward so you can see the complete projects all together. And so again, this is the tag with the music paper. And then here's this fun little Christmas tree. These would also be awesome for putting a gift card in, or making for coworkers or acquaintances and putting a little candy in or something like that. Just really so much you can do with these. And they were so super fun to create. I love getting stuff out of my stash and mixing it up with my stamps. And I hope this inspires you to grab some of that stuff from your stash and make some fun little projects that don't require a lot of time or really a lot of supplies. It could be stuff that you've already got. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did like this video or find it informative, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. As always, I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me, and I hope to see you next time.